Hey guys, Weather Expert here, bringing you guys an awesome video on the latest on the tropics and what's going on right now. And I haven't posted in 4 days just because I've been working on my winter weather outlook. I've been busy and I'm excited to make these videos again, and you guys really enjoy them. So I'm making this video. So right now we're tracking Tropical Storm Grace, the seventh named storm of the 2015 Atlantic hurricane season. It's kind of odd for an El Nino year like this to have more than have the fourth storm, and we might have the fifth behind it now. I'll talk about that later. Let's talk about Grace. And right now, you guys can see it's got a really nice spin to it. It's starting to look more organized. Yesterday, it looked like a big it looked like it was about to die. I mean, it had a circulation that was exposed. The dry air was starting to get in. You guys see that dry air is still present, but now the bands are starting to deflect that dry air, which means it might be trying to go under intensification cycle. Now behind Grace, we have another tropical wave, and models really aren't hinting at it, but I think this one does have a chance to become the next named storm, which is I can't pronounce it. It's not Henry. It's something else. But yeah. So just watch this tropical waves because it's getting towards peak hurricane season. It's because it's September 6th, 2015, which means that it's only 4 days from the peak of the hurricane season. Which means that we have to watch these waves, no matter if the models don't say it, because these models can't determine exactly what's going to happen in these systems. These systems can spread out fast. Grace spread out fast. Fred spread out fast. Danny spread out fast. Actually, Danny didn't, but it got out to the a little further west and become a major hurricane. And Erica, didn't really do a lot, but it was expected to do a lot, but it just didn't. Let's go to the Africa as a whole. You guys can see the Saharan Desert pretty well over here. You guys can see the dry air kind of over Erica right now. You guys can see that the African wave train is kind of absent right now. That's just because it is only 9:19 a.m. where I live, and usually the waves don't get going until like 2 or 3 o'clock, which is like nighttime there. So yeah, so really, gosh, you know, even if you don't see a lot over here, this wave, and this wave still needs to be watched because the southern latitude storms can't. These storms have been going at southern latitude, which means that these storms can and will deflect the dry air and wind shear. Now let's go to the National Hurricane Center cone. This is not the National Hurricane Center site. This is in telecast, and they got a great cone set up because I think it explains a lot and why I think this thing's the best. National Hurricane Center usually just has an SSSS. I can click on the interactive thing to see what the winds are, but this one's just easier to do. Now you guys see the winds are now 45 miles per hour. It's moving at 11 knots, which is like 13 miles per hour west, and then 1,004 millibars. And it's this 5 a.m. advisory, which will be coming. 11 a.m. advisory will be coming. Anyway, it should be coming in like 30 minutes or so, or 20. So they expect a intensification cycle, probably gonna get up to a strong tropical storm, 65 miles per hour. And GFS shows this really well. If you go to GFS forecast, here's day one, which is 6 hours from now, really just showing the same thing. We get out here, we start getting a stronger storm, maybe a 60 mile per hour tropical storm, and then we get out here, here's a 70 mile per hour tropical storm probably. So I use the GFS full res, I use the surface pressure just because this one's a better illustration. Because if you go to the operational like this, it's definitely below 1,004, so that's why it's better surface res. And you guys can see the next storm right here. Really mild. GFS doesn't do a lot with it. Kind of keeps it as a weak tropical depression or just an investment. Kind of bombs out over here. Because this trough over here is going to come out. It's just going to head out to sea. Now, one of the things that I do pay attention to is each mile. So the ECMWF is not really doing a lot of grace disintegrating it. The CMC is doing kind of something interesting. Most people don't look at it, but I kind of still look at the CMC to give out what kind of examples we might be having in the future. So let's go to the CMC. So here's 108 hours. You can see that this could be the next storm for the Pacific, and this could be actually a really good thing because it's not taking a track where it's going to give rain to Arizona and not California. This CMC kind of just downpours Eastern California, which is really good. I think that they need the rain, but you guys can see here's 108 hours. Here's the system right around here. And we go out in time. You guys can see this system's kind of an open wave, just holding on to a low pressure system, but it kind of survives it, and then starts getting out here, and we start getting some more organization. And once this trough leaves, the CMC just does its thing. The trough leaves right here, you guys can see that here's a trough right here, and it kind of leaves it here because it's so far south from the trough, it's not going to tear it out to sea, and it's taking out westward movement. But there might be another thing that might take it up here, but there's way too much uncertainty, and most likely this will not happen. Most likely it will not survive, but we've seen Fred do it. We've seen Fred survive, and it's still going. I mean, look, if you go to the National Hurricane Center site, I'll go right now. If you go to the National Hurricane Center site, you guys can see that Fred is still a tropical depression. And you guys see it's going to become a storm again, but then it's going to turn back. So yeah, so it should be pretty good. Not pretty good. But let's head back to the CMC. You guys said the trough leaves. We kind of see this, and the CMC, the GFS was showing a similar thing. It was kind of bombing the system out into a major hurricane over here, but then it stopped from that solution because it saw the shear in its way. And let's talk about the shear. Let's go to the shear map. So let's go to the shear map. Mapo. Okay, alright, now I gotta do shear map. Alright, here we go. Let's go to tendency. I like this tendency, it's got nice colors. Here's Grace under a pretty good environment. The shear is increasing over here, and the shear is pretty strong out here, but let's go to the for some reason it won't load. Actually, I think it will. Yeah, I think it will. Yeah, I'll load. Hopefully. Sarah and earlier it doesn't load on mine, but you know, this might. Let's see. Alright, come on. Alright, here's the shear. And you guys can see, holy crap, what happened to the shear? It like disintegrated. Wow. I've never seen anything like this. But we are seeing an increase in shear over here, which is gonna play a role in Grace. Because this thing would have an open becoming a hurricane over here if it didn't have that shear right here. But you guys can see that the shears decrease over here, but the shears increase over the Caribbean. So really this shear right here is starting to increase, which means that probably 48-60 hours it's going to start undergoing that wind shear, which means it'll probably start weakening. But yeah guys, that's going to wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be posting a winter outlook. Sorry I'm slurring my words guys, just because I just woke up and you know, you got your brains gotta get all ready and stuff, but I just want to do this because it's the only time I have to do on my computer, because my mom would be probably out here and I'd be talking and she'd be like, what? But you guys, see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.